Hi, thanks for joining us again. I'm here with Rebecca Claxton, who is a lover of mathematics and has been teaching calculus for a few years. Rebecca, thanks so much for joining us.
Glad to be here.
Rebecca is going to give us some insight into the world of calculus. It is a class oftentimes feared by students, maybe misunderstood by parents. So why don't we go ahead and just get started off with a question. What type of careers would calculus be useful for, Rebecca?
Well, calculus is useful in pretty much any STEM field you can name. It's especially within physics and engineering. You can't really do either of them without it, but you can also find it kind of hidden within biology and chemistry as well. Anything that's STEM related is going to have it. Statistics especially has a lot of calculus that is sort of hidden within all of those formulas that you learn without necessarily knowing where they come from.
So, I guess a question a lot of students might think of is if a student doesn't foresee themselves going into a STEM field, is there any usefulness in taking a calculus course?
There absolutely is. There's usefulness in taking any sort of math class. So if calculus is the class you're going to take, well, calculus and any sort of math is going to teach you critical thinking skills. That's what all math is about understanding logic and problem solving and using these reasoning skills in order to apply them to new problems that you maybe haven't seen before and sort of understand pattern recognition and all that. Is all comes from taking any sort of advanced math course like calculus. And that's going to be useful in everyday life, not just in a career.
Spoken like a true mathematician. I find myself saying the same thing over and over. It's always useful to take more math classes. Well, Rebecca, can you tell us what is one of the most common techniques that is used in calculus?
Well, calculus, its major technique is going to be taking a derivative. And what a derivative is it allows you to find the slope of a single point along a curve. So that sounds very abstract, but to apply it, we can think of that as essentially the ability to predict the future. So in algebra, you often were asked, okay, what's happening right now? If I plug in a value, I can tell you exactly what's coming out right now. If my friend is driving to meet me and I ask them, okay, where are you? I know where they are right now. But if instead I ask them how fast they're going as well as where they are, I can predict how long it's going to take them to get to me. And that's what the derivative kind of tells us.
That is the best sales pitch I've ever heard. If you want to predict the future, you have to first learn calculus. Is that right?
Exactly, yes.
That is perfect. Awesome. Well, Rebecca, thanks so much for giving us some insight. We look forward to having you actually solve some fun calculus problems for us in the future.
I'd love to.
Thanks.